intro as well, Chuck.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead with your intro.
Oh, cracking open a cold one, perfect timing. But ensuring the separation of machine from AI, it's the Vox Cascadia podcast.
And sorry, real quick, Connor, you we're in the green room there. You mentioned something about
The jig being up.
the jig being up. Can you share the jig with us, buddy?
The jig was my mother not knowing the name of the Vox Cascadia podcast. Despite she somehow didn't know it, despite following me on Instagram and me constantly posting about it there on like our story and whatnot. But yeah, now she rated us 5 stars on Spotify. So thanks, Spannaway Mom.
So, but has Spannaway Mom listened?
Hopefully not. She might listen to this one, I guess, if she sees something about it. So no more Connor's mom jokes, please. No more Xbox Live humor.
Whoa! What are you talking about, Connor's mom jokes? We don't make.
What are you
Connor's
talking
mom
about?
jokes.
Sir,
never.
this is okay. This is
a family podcast.
This is a
wholesome
family-friendly
Christian
podcast. Wholesome Christian. I thought
Christian
we were
Beyblade.
Yeah, Catholic.
We're Christian. I mean,
Catholic.
you know,
Christian?
they're the original Christians. Really, when
exactly.
You say so, anyways, but this is
Beyblade?
our Beyblade podcast in the Pacific Northwest, coming to you live on this Wednesday night.
We would never make jokes about somebody's mother. I don't even for you to insinuate that we would do that.
Maybe that'll be one of our first videos. Is just a compilation of all your shitty mom jokes that you've made.
My mom jokes are amazing, but I would not make jokes about Mrs. Span because. Or mommy Span?
Not mommy. That's worse.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, there's Spanna Mom, and then there's the Spanna Bay, which is Sierra.
So this is is this in the Span Cinematic Universe?
It is, because my ego's so big, everyone needs to be named something similar to me.
It's like the SCU instead of the MCU.
Yeah, I guess so.
So where do Tyler and I fall in the SCU?
Spanna Buds.
Spanna Buds. Okay.
Yeah. Spanna Teamers, maybe, because I killed team, because I have like a lot of Spanna Buds, so I don't know. You have something more unique than just the casual friendship.
Yeah, I do.
Are we like the Span Vengers?
Ooh.
Are we like the Spanstis League? I don't know. But that was bad.
That was let's work on that one. So anyways, welcome to the Vox Cascadia podcast. I'm Chuck. You've heard Connor, who the jig is up Spannaway, and Mr. Tyler there. How you doing, gentlemen?
How y'all doing tonight?
Very, very well.
Yourself?
Good. Tyler, did you get your game of Kill Team in?
Yes, I did. So I played Hand of the Archon into Inquisitorial Agents, piloted by Kit. And my Hand of the Archon have been doing real hot lately. So it went real well for me. I think final score was 16-11. So
it's not bad. What Kit bring for ancillary support?
Cops. So she's been all about the cops. She thinks that they're fun. They may not be the meta pick, but they're pretty good into Hand of the Archon. Shut down a lot of the melee, you know.
Well, the good news is we're not here to talk about meta, because the meta is fixed, because the Balance Dataslate came out today and everybody is happy and nobody is sad. So I
want to be in that alternate universe.
Yeah. No Balance Dataslate for us. Sad kill team noises.
So here's my conspiracy theory. You know, we didn't get it today like we all expected before LVO. We don't have anything at LVO being debuted. Stuff needs to come out. You know, like production needs to keep rolling. So maybe this Sunday we're getting a preview of the new teams.
Why?
Maybe we're getting our Balance Dataslate Wednesday.
But why wouldn't they preview the new team at LVO? Why are they going to give us a Sunday preview?
Because it's going on pre-order Saturday for 2 weeks, launching early February.
No, I don't think so at all. I think GW has done us dirty. We were made promises of Kill Team glory. How they saw how amazing this game was, how amazing the community is. They're like, hey, we had more people for Kill Team at Tacoma than they had players for AOS, and we were going to be elevated. We were going to be that next second game, and then somebody sinned and we have lost favor with Game Workshop, and now I have to go to LVO and face the hordes of frickin' Warp Coven and Legios.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
It's not my fault.
It is. Yeah, I talked to Daddy GW, or what's the guy they always have on the Christmas videos? James Workshop. Yeah, I talked to James Workshop, and he said it was specifically Chuck's fault because he didn't buy Connor enough AdMech, so we can't balance kill team.
So why is it that AdMech suck hot garbage and still suck hot garbage, and might have got a Dataslate and might have got Balance, might have got your sweet little Sicarians, or no, your Rust Stalkers might have been back into the power that you felt with them before.
It's because you let James Workshop down, buddy.
I actually have more. I have more AdMech than your average bear because I have.
How much AdMech do you have?
Let's see. I have a full. I could run a full team, and with some extras to swap out. Plus, I have I have the entire Imperium magazine, so I have a lot of AdMech. I could probably put good 2,000 points on the table if I actually got it built out of.
I have a hard time believing that, not because I don't doubt you have a surprisingly more than the average bear, but just because their points are very, very small.
Well, I'll borrow that whatever that giant thing that Tyler got for Christmas was, and then that's probably 500 points.
That's
right?
That's no points.
That's no points.
Sadly, that's 30K model, so there's no points value for it at all, because the guy that was working on it back in 7th edition, when they still had 30K be usable in 40K, unfortunately passed away, and so no one ever picked it up, and they've thoroughly separated 30K model range from 40K rules, and so all that awesome heresy stuff, it's really great and I love it, but there's no official rules for it. There's not even really rules at all. It's all fan made.
Well, can we talk a little bit more about why? What did we do? Why win Doghouse? Underworlds has 12 players going to LVO, and they got a Balance Dataslate.
Well, good for those 12 players. They had a brand new edition, so they probably had some weird stuff.
Yeah, we had a brand new edition too.
It's easier to balance a game when there's only 12 players. There's less stuff.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that the Balance Dataslate's going to be a real big document. Really make it up to us, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were trying to talk about this earlier. Yes, there's 34 teams that there's not even including the 2 new teams that need some balance. Either they need to come up or come down. There's a few teams that are right in the middle. I think Tyler, your Hand of the Archon are kind of right where they need to be. And once we bring some stuff down, it'll be better. But GW, what are you doing? This is the biggest kill team tournament on the planet.
Maybe this is Dakota's fault.
That's what I tried to say last week. I mean, Dakota. I mean, here's my conspiracy theory. Dakota got the new update. Dakota's a tester. He's not telling us, and he got the update, and he saw Deathcore Creek, and he's like, no, my special Imperium boys, they need more than this, and sent it back for revisions. And they said, yes, sir, Dakota, sir. We will take care of that right away. And not understanding the fallout that it would have, because it's kind of fucking his own tournament. But yeah, it's Dakota's fault, because he wanted his special boys to have more power.
I like it. Let's run with that.
Great.
You heard it here first, folks. Breaking news.
I'll probably be seeing him tomorrow or today when this comes out, and I'll let him know in person that that it's his fault. It's his hubris, wanting more from his special Deathcore boys.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the only reasonable thing at this point.
I mean, what else could it be? I mean, we've had theories in our Discord about it's because they got a new app, or it's so it has to fall on a Wednesday, but all the other games have apps and they don't necessarily come out on Wednesdays. I don't know. I just feel like we're being done dirty.
They do. If you look at the updates, it's every Wednesday that they release them. Underworlds doesn't have an app, and that's why they got it on a Thursday, even though the PDFs came out on a Wednesday. So,
well, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of as somebody who's plunked down some money to head to LVO and was trusting in James Workshop to do good by me and make sure that I wasn't just going to get stomped by some power armor teams. I feel kind of bad actually, and I try and be. I don't know. I think you guys see that I'm generally positive about the game, and even when the meta kind of sucks, but this is kind of like, I don't know, kind of last straw. Like, just feel like I've been done dirty. I'm gonna go to Vegas and just stand there and get dumpstered by, 2-up saves
I,
on.
I feel it a little bit. It's like it just sucks. Like big tournament, big event. We don't have anything. We don't know what's coming up for the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think it was it at Worlds or was it at Nova maybe that they took all the GW took all the kill team influencers to the side and said, "Hey, like we got you. We love this game. We're gonna do good by you. We're gonna do better this edition." And then started out like the Hivestorm came out. Hivestorm, awesome, great, big huge box. And then all of a sudden, boom, Brutal and Cunning. Like, whoa, like we've got another box already. This is amazing. And then Radio Silence since then. No data slate, no balances. We don't have another box on the horizon. Like, I mean, I'm still
No roadmap.
no roadmap. I mean, we've got the classified, the declassified, and they're saying that they're the first season is going to be until Connor's admech go away, and we don't know how long it is. So it's just kind of bummer.
Yeah,
I,
it's.
I,
Whoops. We'll just leave that there for Chuck to cut out because he's got to edit this and then get it published tomorrow.
No, I'm going to leave that in there just because of that.
That's fair. That's why I said it. So that way it's easier on you. But yeah, like you said earlier, Tyler, hopefully whenever we do get this Balance Dataslate, it's a nice, big, thick one because we've waited so long and we've been so patient and we're definitely not begging every day for it, GW. So make sure it's a nice, solid one and not just like, hey, 3 things are getting touched and that's it. Because otherwise, I think people might cry.
yeah, if this is a light touch, I'm definitely going to have a crisis of faith in the game. We need a little bit more than a light touch at this point. That's my only like actual hope on this is that they just needed more work with it. They realized that there's like a lot of stuff to clear up, and we're gonna get something really substantial. And their promises of supporting us as a community and a game are coming true.
Well, I'm going to the TO social tomorrow because I'm a tournament organizer and kind of a big deal. So I can grill them in person. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm too much of a wuss to actually be like, "Where's our data slate?" But yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You should get us put on their special list so then besides Tyler, me and you can also sign NDAs.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice for all of us to have NDAs instead of Tyler. So, I mean, Tyler, you can tell me off the air, like, I won't say anything, like, what's really going on.
Because I definitely have an NDA.
That's what somebody who has an NDA would have to say.
Exactly.
It's perfect.
I think that you can acknowledge an NDA. You just can't, depending on the NDA, I guess.
The only thing that has come, the only good thing that's come out of this data slate delay is the fact that the donut memes are alive and well in the Discord. Since
absolutely, have you
somebody
guys
said,
had donuts yet?
I haven't had donuts. I made some sourdough. Like, kind of counts for something. Did you get a donut, Tyler?
I did not. I haven't gotten a donut yet. So maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day.
Jenna was at the mall, and there's a Voodoo Donuts actually by the mall, which I stand by Voodoo Donuts as being a good donut. And anybody who says they're not, I'm sorry, you're wrong. And Tyler, you're one of those people. And
it's just mediocre. It's not a good donut. It's just like
but it's like pizza and sex, where it's like even if it's not great, it's still good.
No, like there's plenty of bad donuts. So I've told you this. My life was at a crossroads when I was living in Kansas. I was either coming back here and doing this, because this is what I planned when I got back to Oregon, was to do kill team stuff, or I was going to take over a donut shop. So I have a lot of opinions on donuts, like I have a lot of opinions on everything
You have
basically.
literally opinions on everything. There's not been a single
Everything.
subject where I've ever been like, "Hey, here's what I think," and Tyler's been like, "You know what? I'm not gonna. I don't know anything about that." It's always Tyler's always like, "You know what?" And here's the time where when I was back in Illinois, that in the back alley of something something, and this happened, and it was an '88 Honda Accord, and that's where it all went down. And yeah, I
I
think
mean,
we
yeah,
needed it. Part
that's
of
how it is.
Yeah, I think part of our Patreon should just be like Tyler stories.
And sorry, I'm under NDA for those ones.
I mean, I feel like that's less NDA and more like witness protection stuff.
I mean, like it wasn't me, a person who I may know, who isn't me was involved in this. So,
Yeah. So, but anyways, no Balance Dataslate. LVO. I'm heading there tomorrow. The tournament starts day after you're maybe hearing this if you listen to it on the day it comes out, which is Thursday. And we have an RSS feed, and you can hear it everywhere now. But I'm honestly, while I'm bummed that we didn't get Balance, and you know, there's teams that didn't get worked out, I'm excited to see people. You can see Rob from LA. I talked to him actually in Discord. He's actually in LA, and I guess the fire, when I talked to him, was about a block from his house, and his house was still standing. He said he evacuated, but he actually made sure to bring his Corsairs with him when he evacuated. So he's going to be at LVO. And one thing he said actually was that more people from the kill team community reached out to him to see if he was doing okay, and also like give him like offer a place to stay than did from his wedding party. So
that's crazy.
yeah,
The
good
the
on.
bonds are real though, like the people you meet playing this game, it's real. I have some incredible friends, including both of you, because of this game,
Yeah, I think
Chuck died. But yes, I probably agree with what Chuck was going to say. It's this solid community. I was reaching out to, or not even reaching out, but talking a little bit with Dakota earlier, checking in with him because I know last week he mentioned it was pretty close, and I'm glad it seems, at least for him, they're doing okay. So I can only imagine the stress of that when you're like, I'm about to go throw the biggest event ever, hoping on a data slate, and then also your entire like town's almost on fire. So yay, that's exciting. But no, hopefully nothing but good luck to everyone in California. That's especially those traveling out to Vegas, and can have a safe and fun trip, and then hopefully return to a California no longer on fire.
yeah, this whole climate change thing, it might be real. I don't know.
Al Gore was lying for Big Weather Channel.
He did invent the
I mean,
internet.
he did, yeah.
Wait,
A
did he
series of
really?
tubes.
No,
Yeah,
he didn't.
it's a series of tubes, and he put it together.
Okay, well, I mean, like, I didn't know if he had like any development because, like, I don't know, I wasn't around then.
It was a military thing. That's where
I
everything
mean, I
comes
knew
from. The
that,
military.
but was Al Gore ever in the military? I don't know much about him. He like ran for president when I was 2, and that's pretty much all I know.
Yeah, he got screwed by he got screwed by the Supreme Court and some bad ballots in Florida.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about that. But hey, it gave me my favorite Joker in Balatro, so that's pretty cool.
There's an Al Gore Joker in Balatro.
There is a Balatro Joker called Hanging Chad that the first card used in your hand plays twice, and it
Okay, that makes sense. Tyler, have you had a
plays
chance to
3
play
times.
Balatro yet?
I'm not a poker guy. Card games don't interest me.
I'm not either, but I spent like an entire afternoon just like face into my phone playing that game.
You don't even have to be a poker guy. Like, I don't know anything about poker. Now I do. So next time I watch Casino Royale, it'll be useful because I actually know what all the hands and suites mean and whatnot, or suits mean. But Balatro is a good time. If you like game where numbers go up and then you get fun animations and music, it is probably one of the most addictive games in a while.
I know Greg played quite a bit of it actually. He was one of the voices that was saying to get the game. I really liked it. I need to get back into it a little bit. It's one of those games where I think you play it for a little bit and then you look up and it's been 3 hours, and then you put it down, you don't play it for a week, and then you pick it up again, and then it's 3 hours later, and then yeah, I think it was worth the $10 I paid on the App Store for it.
100%. Got my first gold stake win the other day, so that was fucking fantastic. Gold stake's like the hardest difficulty on it for reference. Chuck, I don't know if you've got that yet.
No, I haven't.
Have you won a round yet?
I have won a round. I won
Nice.
on the blue deck, I think.
Nice. I've unlocked all the decks, which is exciting because like they get pretty crazy as you go on. But that I've got 3 jokers left to unlock and like 2 vouchers, and then I've unlocked everything, which will be exciting.
Connor, have you had a chance to play any Kill Team? I know there's bubbling of people who are excited for the AdMech again. Have you rolled out your toaster boys again?
As you saw this weekend and commented on my story, screaming no like Darth Vader. Yes, I have. I've been rolling them out a little bit just because there has been a surprising amount of people in the last like 2 weeks that have reached out to me asking about Hunter Clay, which is nice to be known for that. But unfortunately, I didn't have a ton of real advice to give them. So I think what I might just do is give an updated guide for now because people are reaching out and asking if it's still up to date. I'm like, oh god, definitely not. So I need to at least rewrite and update it, but it probably won't have the same in-depth strategy ideas as the previous ones.
All right, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to tell me your new AdMech meta strategy.
Go all Rangers. If you're bringing a Skitarii leader, make that one the Vanguard so it actually can do stuff in melee. Infiltrators, probably still power sword only, any gun. It's really personal preference. Both are solid. If you're going to bring Ruststalkers, do the balance profile. There's not really a reason to bring the Rending anymore because the Rending was only good in 12 wound models and they're pretty much all gone from the game, minus Scouts. Not Scouts, Phobos.
You have 6 seconds.
Paint models.
All right, cool. There was a lot of words. I didn't understand any of it, but I'm assuming you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Tyler, can you give me 30 seconds of Hand of the Archon?
Yeah, it's really just go fast and kill. It's a lot more cagey than the last edition. You kind of want to stage your side and kind of midfield. And then you're just really looking to set up multi-kills, go for easy targets. I've been running my team with dual agents, rather than dropping the heavy gunner, and then taking refined poison so that I'm getting 3-4 damage, lethal 5 on their guns. If you can get a shot off before moving, you can retain 1 with accurate. It becomes like it stacks up really well. So you're getting a lot of hits with From Darkness Death. That's auto retain a crit essentially against your target. It starts stacking really fast. Start piling on the crits, getting the pain tokens, moving forward, eliminating your enemies, and doing your objectives.
You know what I really liked about that? I didn't hear a single thing about that stupid fucking grenade. So that was my favorite part of what you said, or didn't say.
Honestly, my favorite thing with them is using the gun to shoot people and making them blow up. The gun on the Prophet is really, really good now. 3-5 damage. So if you're doing From Darkness Death, you're getting, retain a normal as a crit. And then if you kill, they're exploding. So it's potentially really powerful, especially into already weakened models, or if you got your grenade off into someone previous round before they activated, and then you can finish them off the next round. Great combo. I've had it do a lot of work in this edition.
Well, I'm going to give you a little bit about Rekkas because Rekkas are my new hotness, and I've got them all painted up. I'm taking them to LVO, and they're super fun. I really realize that I'm a dice fixing hoe because like I loved my Casterkin. Now I love my Rekkas. I might have to play Novitiates just because I think that's the last dice fixing one that I haven't played yet.
They're like the dice fixing team.
Yeah, and being able though to be like, okay, one, you get to roll a bunch of dice. You roll 6 dice on almost all their attacks, except for like if you're in melee, maybe do 4 or so. And then you're like, oh, cool. I got 2 6s. Great. That's 2 extra Rekka points. So these are hits. And then I had 2 Rekka points, and so these are hits now. And yeah, so you were gonna roll 3 defense dice, and you're gonna die anyways. Yeah, really, really liking the Rekkas so far. They have I'm not an orc guy either, and they were fun to paint up. They're fun to play because they're basically an elite team with 2 bomb squigs, and yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. I got to play a game this last weekend into Chris, actually, Zero Cool in our Discord, went over to his like basement where he's got for role playing and kill team because we go to Mind Taker usually on Sundays, but the second Sunday of each month is BattleTech there, so those nerds take over that place. And so Chris actually hosts everybody at his house. We had, I think, once we had 1, 2, 3, 4 games of Kill Team going on. He's got a space for kids to play, so people like brought their kids, and kids were playing stuff too. It was super freaking cool. Like, Tyler, you should maybe like make a pilgrimage up here sometime to get a Sunday game in at Chris's house.
Were the kids
I
also
will.
playing Kill Team?
Kids were not playing Kill Team. There's a lot of Pokemon Go going on. One kid stubbed a toe and cut it open. I think Chris's partner had to. I'm assuming she's like a nurse or does like an EMT or something, because he kind of had to page her to get her to come back and got her toolkit out, as she called it, to get this kid's toe to stop bleeding. So,
Oh wow, that sounds gnarly. I am an avid Pokemon Go player. You guys ever get into Pokemon Go?
I was the initial wave of Pokemon Go. I was out there at the parks when Pokemon Go first came out, but if I fell off pretty quick on it. Are you still Pokemon going?
Yeah, I was Pokemon Going today a little bit. I'm actually a moderator on a remote raid server, just for Team Instinct. So if you want to like raid with all people all over the world, in Pokemon Go, hit me up. You know a guy. So during COVID, I got really into it, because it's like a way to get out and walk around and do something. And yeah, just played a lot of Pokemon Go. I have some pretty impressive stuff on there. A lot of Pokemon Go, a lot of time invested in it. So
This goes back to just like, again, you bring something up and Tyler is doing it or has done it in his life. Like, never thought you'd be a moderator on a remote Pokemon Go server.
yeah, I mean, like, big time stuff. So it's really, I was one of the founders. Like, we were there like when it kicked off. There was no remote rating, and then we all started remote rating together and went crazy. So
Well, yeah, Brandon, who's the knife in our server, was there with his son Kai, and Kai was trying to take a walk into the neighborhood and go play some Pokemon Go, but that got shut down pretty quick because we didn't need kids out wandering the streets while we're playing Kill Team. Even though it's a very nice neighborhood over not too far from me, actually. I think it's only like 10 minutes away, so it was nice. It was cool. He had a real cool setup there. He had a bunch of Dragonlance books, which I'm a giant Dragonlance nerd, and listening to another podcast actually on Dragonlance and reliving my childhood.
That's pretty sweet. I have a confession to make in regards to Pokemon. This is going to be almost as bad as my Matrix one, but I don't particularly like Pokemon.
I mean,
do you not like animals or childhood wonderment?
No, so the reason I don't
bonding with nature.
I mean, I like nature, I guess. But the reason I don't like Pokemon is, as a young kid, I was like somewhat into it. Like everyone in elementary school was like kind of getting into it, like in third grade, and I was like, oh, none of it really spoke out to me. Minus Cubone. Cubone's like the one Pokemon I know and give a shit about. And I wanted to go get a Cubone card, so I bought a Pokemon pack, not really understanding the fact that they're all kind of random and bullshit. This is essentially loot boxed, and there wasn't a Cubone in it, and I was like, well, that was a waste of like, I don't know, $5. But when you're like in the third grade, $5 is like half your money. And I was like, this is bullshit. And I had a vendetta against Pokemon ever since. And I got into Pokemon Go. That was kind of fun. But I tried many times to play the Pokemon like DS and like Wii games, and it's never stuck.
I being an old man, I never got into Pokemon either. Pokemon, I was too cool and too mature, and had girlfriends when Pokemon actually came out. But Tyler, what? Yeah, no, I wasn't playing Halo. Tyler, how did you? I mean, was Pokemon Go your gateway drug, or was there like
no? I was
before
like
that?
What do you mean, Game Boy? Game Boy games? Like, I played. I had both of the red and blue at launch. Got them at Christmas and then my birthday, because it's December, January, and then I also got. This is actually a pretty big year for me. I was a freshman in high school, had my girlfriend at the time. I was really into the Misfits. Okay. And so I'd gotten a bike for Christmas because I was really into BMX biking and Pokemon game. Okay. Those are like my two big gifts. And then for my birthday, or for Christmas, my girlfriend got me the Misfits box set. And then like shortly after that, okay, so my bike breaks and it has to go like back to the place, and it turns out it's like defective and it's a recall, and there's not any other bikes that I wanted. And so my family's like, oh, we'll get you a bike at some point like in the future. Just kind of nebulous. And then like they got real hard on me about the Misfits because they didn't understand satire. And then they took away my Pokemon games because I was taking them to school and playing them during my break and stuff, and they didn't like that. And then I ended up running away for a little bit after that, all related to Pokemon, because I wasn't into them taking all my stuff and breaking my CDs, and they took all my music, and I didn't have my bike, and I was angry.
Have I ever told you about the cassette tape that my mom took away from me?
No, what were you listening to that was so bad?
Vanilla Ice.
Ice. I mean, I loved Vanilla Ice. I was
that's awesome.
living in Roseburg.
I did too. And I never had a rat tail, but yeah, I was a youth, and
listen to the hard rap music, Chuck.
Yeah, listen to the hardcore rap from the Miami scene, and yeah, my mom took it away because it was sexually suggestive. So
I mean,
criminal.
Pretty suggestive Vanilla Ice, I think. So
yeah.
Do you remember Snow?
Yeah, Informer.
Yeah, good shit.
I like a boom boom down.
Yeah. That was actually my first CD ever. So
I think my first CD was, it might have been MC Hammer.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense for the time. Yeah. MC Hammer was so huge.
My parents also, when I was growing up, wouldn't let me wouldn't let me watch The Simpsons or Roseanne.
Yep. Or what is it? Married with Children or Ren and Stimpy.
See, I didn't have cable, so I couldn't see Ren and Stimpy. But I don't think we watched Married with Children either. But yeah, I was Roseanne and Simpsons were the ones that I was told that I cannot watch, and because my mom didn't like Roseanne and didn't like The Simpsons. Also, I could never watch cartoons before. I could never watch TV before school, even like all the way through high school.
You couldn't watch them at all, or like just before school?
Sorry, before school I couldn't watch TV. So because I missed the bus when I was a kindergartner, and I was banned from watching TV for the next 13 years.
Wow, that's harsh.
Yeah, no morning cartoons with my bowl of cereal. I'm sure Connor was posted up there. Right?
No, actually, I don't think I ever really tried to watch TV before going to school. Like, it might have been on, but like it was on the news channel, you know.
So you like we're talking like Today Show or
it was the one that had the really big like bald black guy and then the blonde woman. The Kelly and Kelly show, I think. They like had the same name or something.
Al Roker?
You're talking Al Roker?
No, give me a second. I'll have to text my mom because she really liked that.
I'll text her for you. Don't
worry. No.
My family was a Good Morning America family.
Yeah, we were not TV before school, so I didn't grow up with any of those.
Oh, it was the Kelly and Mike or Kelly and Michael show.
Like Kelly Ripa and Michael Strahan?
Maybe. Let me find out their names.
I continue to forget how young
Mike,
you are.
Yeah, it's Kelly Ripa and Michael. Oh wait, that's not the Michael. It used to be
Regis and Kelly.
No, it's now a guy named Mark Consuelos, but I guess at some point it got changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Strahan.
Strahan.
I'm sorry.
Man, you're so goddamn young.
It's not my fault.
Like, I remember Michael Strahan because he was a football player.
I said he was a football player. I got that right.
Can you close your browser window real quick?
Yep.
Can you name the team he played for?
No, but he was on defense, I think.
Yes, he played.
He's
for the
a
New York
big
Giants.
guy. Oh, he only played for a single team.
Yeah.
How often do players swap teams in the NFL a lot or not?
These days, quite a bit. Strahan only played for the Giants, I'm pretty sure. Won 2 Super Bowls actually, I think too.
Hey,
With
well
he kept Tom Brady from winning 8 or 9 instead of 7. So
hey, very well done.
anyways, that's your sports ball moment on the Vox Cascadia podcast.
Yeah,
So
I've been I mostly know like, and it's still very small, but like MLB was always the one I gave a shit about when I was like little and pretended to care about sports.
who was your favorite baseball player?
Unfortunately, the White Sox, who like are just the worst team ever right now, like legitimately
Baseball
the worst
player?
ever.
Yeah, but favorite player.
Oh, player, Konerko.
All right, Tyler, your favorite baseball player?
Bo
Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah, Bo knows.
Yeah, that was he was a two-way player. He played for the Kansas City Royals and the Los Angeles Raiders at the time, maybe.
The what? LA
absolutely.
Raiders?
Yeah, they were the
Yeah,
Oakland Raiders, the LA Raiders. Now they're the Vegas Raiders.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Oakland Raiders back then. Bo, and then what's his? I want to say Andre Agassi, but I know that's the tennis player. Who was the guy? He played for the Athletics. Canseco?
Jose Canseco.
Chuck, I'm
Yeah,
not trying to
Canseco.
be a dick. The guy you just
Griffey?
named, that was a baseball player?
Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
Bo
well,
Jackson.
You said Oakland Raiders. That's a football team. Like
He
Yeah,
played
uh-huh.
football
He's
and
dual.
baseball.
oh, that's very cool. Like or Jordan. Gotcha.
No, but he was actually
but he was
decent
good
at both.
he
He was actually good at both.
He was actually kind of a freak of nature until he like got hit one time and like fucked up his hip.
He just kind of disappeared after that. But I there was a lot of hype around him. He's real cool. Back then when I was coming up as a youth.
Yeah, Bo Jackson was amazing. Well, that's been your sports extra here on the Vox Cascadia podcast. And one thing we're actually doing to keep the lights on here is we actually started Patreon. So patreon.com/Vox Cascadia podcast, I think is what it is. And really we're not trying to get rich off this. It does cost us some money to actually pay for the recording software, to pay for hosting this and stuff. So we and we like doing it, but Connor needs lunch money, so we got a little Patreon going on now. So Connor, you have ideas about the extra content we're going to create for our Patreon members. Why don't you talk about it?
Well, I've got an idea that I'm like somewhat writing the script when I'm at work because I'm a good employee of right now, which is going to be probably the dumbest tier list idea anyone's ever seen. It's not even really Kill Team related. Like it's 40K models related, but it's not like there's some stuff in it that's related to Kill Team, but
spoiler alert: aggressors are S tier.
Nope, it's not that. Not even close.
Can you give us like a little like teaser? I mean, you're really selling this whole like people giving us money to do this thing.
It is Mechanicus themed somewhat. It's something the Mechanicus produce.
Of course it is. Of course.
It's something the Mechanicus produce that we all love seeing on models.
Not the Mechanicum?
I mean, I guess the Mechanicum did at one point too. And Chuck, what'd you guess?
I have no guess. What
okay.
I can't think of anything that we all love seeing on Mechanicus models.
Not even they're on all like Imperium models. Hell, I think they're even on some Chaos models too.
Best servo skulls.
Yeah, there you go.
Doing.
So spoiler, or we can cut that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm doing a tier list of. I'm trying to collect every model I can think of that has servo skulls and maybe cherubs too, because like cherubs are almost servo skulls. And then do a tier list of them. And there's a lot of models that have them, so that's been fun.
They're not almost servo skulls.
I mean, they're
though.
like, would you put them on the list though? Because there's a couple of really cool models with cherubs I want to include. Well, there's not enough models with cherubs to do a cherub tier list because it's like 2 of them.
I feel like you.
Yeah, I mean, like honorable mentions maybe, but like
That's
they're not servo skulls, you know.
Why can't you just do a tier list that's like, instead of just going like servo skulls or cherubs, why don't you go like ancillary models on other models? So you could actually add in squigs. You could add in.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. That might be our sequel video.
You could add in. What's the guys on the
Nurglings?
Nurglings. You could do that. You could do
the Dark Angels guys.
Yeah, the Watchers in the Dark. Is that what those guys are?
I think so.
Yeah.
Tyler, you're the Dark Angels nerd. Is that what those guys are?
Yep. Yes, it is.
All right. So why don't you do like, you should just go like little bits on models that don't matter. How about that?
That's not a terrible idea. That can be the sequel when because otherwise that probably quadruples the amount of models. Just the amount of orcs with little squigs on them is 1 billion.
Well, get to work.
Well, I mean, like
want their money.
Each one with hair has a squig, so you know, let's make sure you're inclusive of all of the squigs that we have for that. So also you could do familiars for Gene Stealer Colt and Chaos.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You taking notes here?
No slacking, man.
I'm adding it to the list.
Our patrons deserve the best.
True. So thank you to everyone that's subscribed already. We had a decent amount, like within an hour of Chuck announcing it. So thank you. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, I launched a Patreon yesterday, and like, I don't know, the support was kind of overwhelming. The people that just popped on real quick, and you know, we got a couple tiers. We got $2 for Connor's lunch money. We got $5 to buy Chuck a beer, which nobody's bought me a beer yet. And then we got $10 for new oil paint for Tyler. So I would like to say thank you to Zarin. Zarin, this is your shout out, which means you have to bump up a tier, which is what you said you'd do. Holly, Nick, Sean, Sam, Cody, and Jenna are all Patreons. So and there's also Connor's on there for free. So
I'm on there for free? Oh, like I joined for free. Yes, I thought you meant I was a tier.
No. No. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, no, I really appreciate it. You know, it's a couple $100 a year to run this podcast, and so it's helpful to, you know, it's helpful when people give back. So, and I'd like to get to the point where we can invest back in the podcast, and maybe see about doing some streaming stuff, get Connor a better audio setup since he sounds like he's in a cave.
Ooh, that's more of a ghost noise. I don't know what like a cave noise is.
Actually, you sound pretty good tonight. You sound better than normal. Are you in a closet or something?
No, I'm just like really sitting up on the mic, so maybe I just need to do that every time. Like I'm almost touching the mic with my lips.
I've only fucking told you to do that for 51 episodes.
Well, hey, we're learning tonight, okay? I've never sat this close, so now I know, okay?
Yeah, I thought it was something like
I'm normally like back here, issue. But I didn't realize like this distance to this distance made that much of it. I don't know if there was any audio change. It didn't look like it.
You should be like a fist away from your microphone.
Ah,
so. My lips are like almost up against my mic most of the time.
Let's get in real. Tyler, can you give us a little ASMR?
Hello. I like. Do you whisper for ASMR?
I think so.
I think you can.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna be painting with some oils. I've got some Chalnath terrain here with me. It is gonna be going from a light blue to a bright blue, but I need to block out some of these light blue parts. So here we go, applying some Starship Filth oil paint to some light blue.
All right, I just came.
Jesus. My mother may be listening.
Hi, Mrs. Span.
You think she's made it through all of this? If you've made it through all of this, Spanna Mom, we appreciate you so much.
She's a very supportive mom. She might. Or she might just rate us 5 stars and close it.
My mom would have clicked off as soon as I swore the first time.
See, my mom would have done that until like COVID hit. Then she started swearing all the time in front of us because me and my other brother, that's like closest in age to me, moved back home, and we weren't going to censor ourselves. And my younger 2 siblings were like in high school at that point, so she gave up on the idea that we would like be good children forever. Yeah,
my mom gave up on that a long time ago.
Yeah, you're a real troublemaker, Chuck.
I know. I'm kind of a bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Bad seed, bad apple.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this. Like, my yard's kind of unkempt. Yeah, that's about it.
I heard,
Um,
I heard you smoke pot in your garage sometimes.
what? No, my mom might be listening, dude. What are you doing?
He's gonna get grounded off his Xbox and get his Vanilla Ice CD taken away.
It was a cassette.
What the fuck's a cassette?
Don't worry about it.
I actually do know that.
Speaking of, okay, so weird random thing today. So if you're gonna be at LVO, by the way, come say hi to me. I will be wearing some sort of either Dice Store or CritCon apparel the entire time. I got my outfits for the whole thing. I got some stickers. I have some stickers with our Cascadia or our Kill Team. God, what the fuck's our name? Our Vox Cascadia logo on it. Jesus. Tyler, they actually showed up. Good call on Sticker app. They actually got here today, sort of. So I live in a very close proximity to my work, which I'm very blessed to be able to have a tiny little commute. Well, the FedEx guy is apparently the same that was going to drop off stickers, is the same FedEx guy that drops off shit to my work. And so I think he just was feeling kind of lazy today. And I get a text from one of my employees. I'm actually off work right now because I'm going to LVO. And she said, "Hey, the FedEx guy dropped this off for you because he didn't know if you were at that address anymore. So it's like, just he's like knew that I work there, so dropped it off because I think he didn't want to make an extra stop to go the extra mile to drop off the stickers at my house.
He's just being environmentally conscious.
No, I think he's being lazy as fuck.
That's two birds, one stone. I don't see how that's a problem.
You know, I commend him for his creativity and ingenuity, but also, you know, I understand where you're coming from, Chuck. So,
I mean, what if it wasn't stickers, and what if I was having, like, I don't know, something dirty sent there, and it got sent to my work, and I was forever shamed, and I was that guy at work again.
I mean, you could be fired for that. You know, realistically, what
I
if you're
could be
ordering
fired.
drugs at your work? You know.
Well, I mean,
know.
like, what's on the package? He probably saw the package and didn't see anything that said, like, this is sex, drugs, and rock and roll packaging.
You don't know what the package looked like.
I mean, I don't, but I imagine anything discreet like that, or, like, mature like that, they often say it comes in discreet packaging. Everyone's sponsored by, like, lewd stuff now on YouTube.
I don't know. You get drop shipped a dildo, and, like, it's in whatever.
I don't know. I've never drop shipped one of those.
You shop in person?
Yes.
My mom got drop shipped some adult toys for a man out of nowhere.
And how did you come across this?
I mean, like, it came up at that family dinner that she had gotten drop shipped. It was just the story that got told.
So wait, like, who discovered this then?
My mom opened the package, and it was I mean, it was very clear what it was. So
it wasn't for your mom?
No,
Oh,
definitely
okay.
not.
Sorry.
So
I was confused. I thought it was for your mom and someone else discovered it.
no. It was just randomly sent to the house. It was like a male assistant. I don't know. How would you?
It was a penis
I don't
pump?
know how you, no. But it was in the
Fleshlight?
shape. Yeah, kind of. But it was in the shape of like a woman, but it was like really small. But it was like only like part of her body. It was so weird. It's like so fucking weird. Like, it was so fucking
Great.
weird.
We finally have a Patreon, and now we're going to get demonetized on the very first one.
Again, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your support. This is the content you pay for.
Our bad.
No, our good. But I mean, not that you didn't have a voice before, but, you know, if you want us to do something special, you want us to dance for the money, we'll dance for the money. Tell us what you want us to do. Zarin, you got to upgrade. This is the second time we've mentioned you on the podcast.
He said once per episode, though, I'm pretty sure.
That's fine. I just want to make sure that we got the mention in there. So he's got to bump up to the next level because he's just on. He's kind of a lunch money guy right now, and he's got to get that. So finally, somebody's going to buy me a beer.
Has anyone got oil paints for Tyler yet? Are we all lunch money for Connor?
2 people actually.
Nice.
2 people got oil paints for Tyler.
They're not cheap. Oh.
Sam and Cody. So appreciate y'all. Cody was one of the first people to jump on. And Jenna was the first one, which is funny because I saw someone come in. Like I messaged her and sent her the link, and just almost like, hey, look what I'm doing, kind of proofread this for me. And then she subscribed. So that's great. And, she actually does listen to podcasts, which is amazing.
Nice. Thanks, Jenna. You're the best.
Yeah, she really is.
Thanks, Cody, also for all of your support. Just like not only with the podcast, but just in the community, coming out to our events and TOing and hanging out and just being a good buddy. So we appreciate you.
Yeah,
so
and he's giving me
all of the members of our community, just in general. But thanks to you guys.
Yeah, and even if you can't contribute to the Patreon, we totally understand. Like, subscribe, share, leave us a review, all that stuff, or even just listen and say you listened.
Yeah, we've got the YouTube channel, so you can subscribe to that too.
Yeah, so I think we've got like 7 subscribers now.
Yes.
Yeah, DM me on Instagram or like Discord, or post up in our Vox Cascadia channel on the Kill Team Cascadia Discord. Chat with us. We're here to be part of a community. If you're listening, you probably know how to get a hold of us somehow. And I'm always happy to chat with any of you.
Also, yeah, this is episode 51. And speaking of all the cool shit we've done, what are we doing for 1 year celebration, Chuck?
Probably an LVO recap since I'm going LVO.
I was going to say, do we want to do like a giveaway or some shit?
Yeah, what do you want to give away, Connor?
I don't know. I was thinking we could do one in the Discord and then one on Instagram and have like just random drawings, and then like winner gets a kill team or something. Like inbox, we're not paying anyone anything, because that would take us forever to get to it.
I think we should just give away a toaster.
That would be fun, but maybe for like an April Fool's giveaway, because I imagine most people probably have a toaster. It's not a very like hard to come across utility kitchen piece.
Yeah, half of the people. I feel like half the people go toaster oven though. I'm a solid like toaster guy.
That's
none of this toaster oven bullshit. Tyler, you toaster or toaster oven?
I got a toaster and an air fryer, like God intended.
Oh, we got that set up. That's great.
That's my setup too, actually. But Jenna's no toaster. She's no air fryer. She's one of them toaster oven hoes.
Jenna, you were so cool until then.
Has she had an air fryer? Has she used one yet? Like, it's a toaster oven, just like better, and then you just use the toaster for the other stuff.
I mean, I use the air fryer here all the time, so she has gotten the benefits of an air fryer, but she has not got an air fryer herself.
That's a damn shame.
Connor, you're an air fryer guy?
I wasn't until I moved in with the lovely Sierra, and then she got one, and then I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, I still prefer certain things in the microwave. Like, she's definitely right that dino nuggets taste better when they've been air fried. But like the little bit of time when I'm really craving a dino nugget, I don't want to wait that long. I just throw that in the microwave for like a minute and enjoy my like 6th grade self.
That's so.
I
love that. No, a huge kick out of that. Just imagining you, like, for some reason, like one of those whirly hats, like with all the panels and the little thing, heating up one dino nuggie for
well,
1
not
minute.
one. I get like 6, and then
I'm
get my barbecue sauce.
Come on, he's a big boy.
Yeah, I'm an adult. I eat as many dino nuggets as my wife will allow me to.
I figured it was just like one because you needed like a little dino nuggie treat to get through whatever you're like, I gotta go take out the trash. I better eat a dino nuggie. I'm like,
So
go and like heat up one dino nuggie. Yeah. Just like for motivation, like as a treat. And then like you heat it up in your little like propeller hat, and
That
then
would
like
be
you
fun.
grab it with both. You grab it with both hands, and like raise it to your mouth. Like you remember when Trump was like putting the water bottle to his mouth with both hands, like that, only with a dino nuggie.
This is like this is Tyler's version of the Spannaway Cinematic Universe. Is Connor with the whirly bird hat, eating the dino nuggets one single dino nugget with 2 hands.
I can see it. That'd be great.
I'm gonna need a picture of that. Actually, I will send me your address. I'll send you the whirly bird hat.
All right. No, but that could be a Patreon goal. Boom. There we go. Connor dino nuggets recipe and best way to prepare them.
Connor,
I think you said 1 minute in the microwave. You already gave it away.
Yeah, it's not a great. It would be like I would probably already have done it. Maybe once we get 10 Patreons.
I mean, I can teach you how to make artisan sourdough. Tyler can teach you how to have the best bong hit, and Connor can teach you how to make dino nuggies.
I
in
do
the
know how to
microwave.
cook beyond dinosaur nuggets. I was just saying that, like, this sometimes, like, you don't have that, like, childhood memory food that, like, brings back, like, man, I could just really do that, like, comfort food type thing.
In my headcanon, all you can cook is dino nuggies.
That's not. I worked at a restaurant for like 2 years, like a pretty nice restaurant.
I didn't know they had like bougie dino nuggie restaurants. That's pretty cool.
Were you in the kitchen though?
What's
Or
up?
were you like a host?
No,
see you being
I
a host
started
of a
as a
restaurant.
dishwasher and then worked my way up to line cook.
What was this restaurant?
The Loft over in Paulsbo.
Great. What kind of restaurant?
It's like Americana, like burgers, salads, fish and chips because it's on the water, stuff like that. I did a lot of the salad and like veggie dishes, and then frying.
So you didn't actually cook anything.
I mean, I cooked burgers and whatnot, but like since I was newer, I started with the two were like easier to do stations, so I don't fuck up people's meals.
All right. And what did you move on to after that?
I moved for college and then worked at the school cafeteria for a bit, and it was funny because when I first got hired, my really cool boss, who honestly kind of reminds me of Tyler, thinking about it, I never made the connection until now, but he thought I was a freshman because I look really young, but I was like 21 at the time. And he thought I was just like a complete stoned and bummed out already freshman because I was like already over the concept of having a job. And he was like, man, this freshman's really going through some shit. And then he found out I was 21. He's like, that makes more sense.
So you were a lunch lady.
I mean, kind of. I like cooked the food there too because like they it was that like shitty Cisco stuff, but we still had to prepare it and everything. I didn't like hand it out to people per se.
I actually have very good memories of cafeteria food from high school. I would get they had unlimited ranch, and that's where I think my love of ranch came from. But I would get the chocolate chip cookies, and I would dip them in either ranch and or nacho cheese sauce.
That's pretty foul.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Pretty foul.
And I didn't even try drugs until like 5 years after that too. It was good shit. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's a sweet and savory thing. Like, come on, it's great.
You know what's great? Cinnamon twist from Taco Bell and nacho cheese.
Ooh, yeah.
Are cinnamon twists even a thing anymore?
Yeah, they absolutely are.
Absolutely.
I just do the breakfast menu now. I'm Taco Bell breakfast addict. I got Nick addicted to Taco Bell breakfast, and actually my dad too, I think.
Taco Bell breakfast isn't bad.
I'm not a huge egg guy from fast food places. It doesn't sit well with me.
I don't know. I when we were doing CritCon, I got Taco Bell breakfast every single day before I came down to CritCon.
We have just completely given up on the premise of Kill Team for this episode, huh?
Well, there's no fucking Kill Team going on.
Well,
right
that's
we didn't get a fucking Balance Dataslate. We don't have any boxes coming out. So what are we supposed to do? I mean, I'm going to play Kill Team, like 9 games of Kill Team in the next 4 days. But
is there? Here we go. Is there any team you're hoping to fight? Because like everyone's trying to avoid Legionaries, Herotech, and so on. But like, are there any teams you really want to like play against because you don't see them too often?
Breachers, Admech, and Crew.
Okay. Is it because they're bad? I mean, Crew aren't terrible right now. Surprisingly, I'd say they're the best of the three you listed.
I mean, I am not going to turn down like a road to the championship through the worst teams ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will take that. No, I'm teams that I want to play. It'd be nice to. I don't know. I mean, I played against Legionaries this last weekend. Chris was nice enough to roll out some Legionaries for me so I could try them and played them Into the Dark. We tied 11-11, but he's an awesome player, doesn't play Legionaries much, and kind of made some mistakes. And I forget that I have just a scratch. Like I could have just a scratch and saved a couple of guys, and I just like 2 activations later, I'm like, oh, I have a CP and I have just a scratch, and I didn't do it. But I'm trying to think if there's any teams that I want to play against. I don't think so. I mean, I'm just excited to play Rekkas. Like I'm really having a good time with Rekkas. Because I've always liked elite teams.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed dice fixing with Casterkin, and this is like best of both worlds. And I have a couple squigs that I can run up there. Plus, I had a really good time painting them too.
Well, hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're actually Nick is going to be painting up his Rekkas because we're going to Adepticon, and we signed up for the Kill Team event. So he's going to bring Rekkas, and I don't know what I'm going to bring to that. Maybe since I have more time, maybe I'll get the Rattlings going since I got bought the 2 boxes of Ogrins and got those all built up, and then I was like, oh, I don't have time to paint 17 models, so I'm going to do Rekkas instead.
You gotta convert them. You gotta convert them over to little grots. Like have an all orc theme.
That's a great idea, but they are already built and primed and on bases, and maybe I'll do my next box like that. But no, they're going to be. I don't know. I just kind of like the Ratlings. I think they're cool. I played them once against Hunter. I talked about it. And his Mandrakes, and I actually got my butt kicked, but I really enjoyed them. I think they're going to be fun. So actually, it'd be kind of cool to play against Ratlings. I think because newer team that I've never played against. So yeah, I think that'd be a cool one to play against.
You haven't seen anyone playing Ratlings yet in the local meta, and I've somehow dodged people playing Rekkas down in Salem. So,
up here in Vancouver, actually, there's like at least 4 people playing Rekkas, and there's a couple people playing Ratlings. I know that Jesse, he's playing Ratlings up here. He played him this weekend at Chris's house, and then Ryan was playing him as well too. He's doing Ratlings that are actually rats. He's got the like rat ogres from AOS as his ogrins, and they look pretty cool. I guess he lost both of them, or
that's
like
real neat.
most of them on turn 2, so it didn't go great, but they looked really cool.
That's the most important part.
Having a cool looking team's the best.
I mean, at the very least, when I roll out my Rekkas, they're going to look pretty cool. So I had a good time painting them, and that's the important part.
Are you going to add some like hazard stripes or checkers or anything to finish them off, push them to that next little bit?
I've got like 12 hours before I have to leave for the airport, so probably not before LVO. I realized the other day that I haven't actually painted up any of my equipment. So the heavy barricade, the whatever the other barricade is, and my ladder and my barbed wire were not painted at all. They were just prime black. So I figured I needed to paint those up. So I spent tonight working on a new carrying case for him, actually, and working on my equipment. So I sent Connor a picture, and I threw it in the hobby chat of my new carrying case. I found a case small enough that it's like, I mean, it's I don't know, it's like 5 by 5 almost, and it fits my entire.
Where'd you find that?
I found it on Amazon. And then I did I used a rivet gun and put some what are they, roof tiles in there that I'd cut down to size, so I can fit my entire Rekka team and the squigs and the magnetized arms into a box that's like, I don't know the size, it's like 5 by 5 and like 3 inches tall. So,
well, you beat me to the punch. I was going to say the little bit of hobbying I've done recently has just been magnetizing a bunch of stuff. It's pretty fun. It takes a decent amount of time, especially because the magnet paper I got's not too good, so I'm having to do like 2 magnets on a base. But it works out pretty well, and I'm excited to have something better to carry all my Sicarians so their little swords don't get bit anymore.
Yeah, Connor, we gotta get together, and I'll show you how to do I'll show you what power tools are.
Yay.
And we can get some magnetized. They're like they're not stainless, but they're like roof tiles that you can rivet gun down into the bottom of the plastic carrying cases. And I've got a million of them now that I've made different size cases, but I wanted an even smaller one for LVO. So that's what I worked on. But I like that the best rather than the magnet paper, but it does take a little bit of drilling and riveting.
Well, that seems like a riveting story.
I knew you were going to go there. So
you're welcome.
Anyways, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you taking some time. I know we were a little later tonight because we were gonna talk about the Balance Dataslate. It's gonna come tomorrow, right? It's gonna come the day before LVO, right? It's not gonna come after LVO, right?
Definitely.
Right. Yeah, definitely not coming after.
It's a bunch of bullshit. So anyways, thank you everybody for listening. You can find us at patreon.com/VoxCascadia podcast if you'd like to support the show. At Vox Cascadia on Instagram. I'm at Painting Cave Minis on Instagram. Tyler's at Lowbrow Minis, and Dicero.bigcartel.com if you want to get some shirts. I'm going to be rocking shirts all weekend. from Tyler. Connor's at Spannaway on everything. We are.
Oh, get the stickers from Truck 2 beyond the shirts.
Yeah. I got some stickers for you at LVO. Come up and say hi. And tell us how much you love Connor on the podcast.
That one guy was really nice. Thank you, whoever. You posted a photo. What was your name on Reddit?
Hawker Lord.
How you remembered that? Well done. You're a better person than I am.
I took notes. Huh. Yeah. So, Hawker Lord. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And there was somebody else who was. Oh no, Hawker Lord was the one that was thank you for listening. But there was somebody that was actually like nice to you.
Long jumping _law. And then some numbers, but I don't want to fully dox you. I guess that'd probably be bad. But shout out to Long Jumping Law, because he said he's a regular listener, loves the show, and he said to give me a break, at least my mother, which we definitely have to do now if my mom's listening. So, hi, Mom!
Yeah, well, he's banned.
Oh.
Just kidding. Thank you for listening. So, Tyler, anything you want to add?
No, it's wild that there's just like people out there on Reddit listening to us. Hey, Reddit, yeah, well, I'm lurking on there. I'm not posting though.
I'm gonna be looking out for Dice Thrower shirts all this weekend too. So,
take a photo, and if you're wearing a Dice Thrower shirt, take a photo of other Dice Thrower shirts you see, and tag me in your stories. You know,
ask them first. Don't take creepy photos.
Yeah, don't be a creep. Like, be nice. You know, get to know people because all the people who bought my shirts are cool.
Yeah. So, thank you, gentlemen. I'll talk to you soon. And everybody, thanks again for listening. And Connor, what's your mom's name?
Not telling. Ever.
Spanamom.
Yes.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks, Mom. Love you.
Love you too, Mom.